Hey everyone, I hope that you're all super duper well. As you'll be able to tell from the title and the thumbnail of today's video is another Come to Durham with me, part 2, where I'm going to be exploring all of the Hill colleges and the Bill Bryson Library. So if this is the kind of content that you like, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, subscribe down below if you're new here, and without further ado, let's go to Durham. It's a classic rainy Sunday in Durham and we are about to head into St Mary's College. So this is the entrance to St Mary's, as you can see on the sign right here. And this is the entrance to Mary's. So what we've got with Mary's College, a nice lamp. On this side we have the Ferguson building, and on this side we have Williamson, and then there's also Techio College is also down here as well, which is like a separate bit, like a separate building. You can probably see it through the trees peeping, but that is one of the accommodation buildings on this side right here. There's actually been a lot of like new buildings being made in this like vicinity and just all over Durham. And then on this side is the other accommodation building. This is also the building where you'll have breakfast, lunch, dinner. Oh my god, squirrel! Amazing. So this is also where you'll be eating. Obsessed with the squirrel. I feel like this is the find of the trip so far. So down here I actually had like a one-on-one, or it was actually like me and another student in here with like tutors from the college, so that's where I had that. And then this is where people like to pose before a formal, get a nice picture with the Mary's hogs. Very Harry Pottery, I know, so that's why people like to do that kind of thing. As I said, this is the entrance to this accommodation building, and then the other one's down there, and then Techio I think is just down there. This accommodation building is a lot bigger than the other one, as you could probably be able to tell, and they also have the library in this one as well. This is the accommodation, as you can see. The library's somewhere like there, the food hall is like on the other side down there, and then this is the other accommodation building that you can see, and then down here is like where you'll be going to the library down there, and then there's other colleges around the vicinity which I will show you, and there's the cathedral. Wow, there's so much going on right now. But yeah, this is the other accommodation building, there's the cathedral. So here's a nice sweeping pano of Ferguson building, and then this is the way that you'll be going to the library and into town, and then down here we have the Williamson building and the cathedral, as you can see. And you can also like leave like down this way as well if you so wish. Just a nice grassy area. And then as you can see, this is where on like both sides accommodation. And there we have it. And now we're walking back out of Mary's this way to head to Trev's, which is this way. So just outside of Mary's is the School of Government and International Affairs, and I didn't study government and international affairs, although I did actually attend some of the lectures just because I wanted to. But I actually had in this like room here, I think it is just one room, I had my Durham UN like conference in there, so even if you aren't studying a certain thing, you might still be going into lots of the buildings. So that's just outside of Mary's, and it looks really cool. Groovy tree, cute little chapel-y kind of building on the roadside, and then Trev's is just going to be right here. So we're just heading to Trev's, but actually Aidan's is right here, and yes, if you go to Aidan's you will be taking these stairs like every time you go to and from the college, but yeah, Aidan's is up here. It's not this house, just so you know, it's up here, as you can see from the sign. So welcome to Trev's. This isn't the official entrance, but I thought I would show you a bit of the hexy goodness as we walk up a bit. So it is a very hexagonal college. That is what it's known for, because the rooms and the buildings are shaped a bit hexagonally, as you can see here, like lots of windows on the edges and stuff. I really like this college. I think it is one of the best colleges and one of the most friendly colleges. It also is a more modern college, which means that like the appliances and stuff are going to be really good. Yeah, this was a really nice one, especially if you want to go to like formal or something, if you're like not at this college, or if you want to go to any of their societies, like if you want to join their game society or something, like this is a really nice one to go to. Like if you just want really nice friendly people, that's what I found at Trev's. speaking of like all the reminiscing, I actually did Trev's fashion show, and I went to like quite a few of their societies. Oh my god, I did Trev's fashion show and I actually did their Diwali dance. So they do like a Diwali celebration like every year. I assume that they'll still be carrying on that tradition, and because I did a lot of dance, I was like the performer for that evening, and it was one of the best nights that I actually ever had in Durham, probably. Their fashion show is also quite fun. But yeah, that's the library for Trev's. As you can see, lots of books. This is a very, I want to zoom in there because a lot of Durham libraries look like that. That's how the books are all stocked. I feel quite nostalgic looking at that. But yeah, that's the little library, which lights are on, so I don't know if there's anyone in there. There's the accommodation, and this is like the official entrance to Trev's. This is the Trev's sign. I just thought I'd show you that. Also up there is Van Mildert, then there's South College, then there's like John Snow College, and it's down there that is like Collingwood, Grey, and the library. And also, as you can see, there's a sign to the Oriental Museum, which is just behind this bush here. This is the official entrance to Trev's. The Porter's Lodge is like just on the left here, and then there's like the entrancey toilets and stuff. And then back here is probably where you'll have like those kind of rooms where you can like do recreational sort of things, and then all the accommodation, as you can see, is just on these buildings, like not this one, this will actually maybe at the top bit, but like this is the Porter's Lodge, and that is the entrance to Trev's. So as I said, just outside of Trev's, down here, this is where you find the other side of the hill colleges, and up here is Van Mildert College. You can almost see the sign right from here, and this is another new college. This is the accommodation, as you can see from the kind of windows of each room. They also have like a big hall in here, which you'd enter probably through that bit there. That's where I did Van Mildert fashion show. What's new? Just basically just assume that every fashion show that there was, I was dancing at. This is, I think, the Oriental Museum, cool statue, and then this is Van Mildert College. The Hill is such a beautiful place to live that like it's just the most amazing place to live. And also everything's really like walking distance in Durham, so like no matter where you live, you're going to be like close enough to like the centre of town to be able to, like, if you want to go on like a night out or something, or if you're going on a date or all that kind of like really cute fun stuff. This is the entrance to Van Mildert as well. So this is like, they'll have like the same thing like the Porter's Lodge, and then just a little bit down like this way I think is where the like hall is, which is probably where you eat in Van Mildert, and then also where you'll like have like events and things. But yeah, this is the entrance. That is the accommodation. It looks really nice. It looks like a nice apartment. It looks like a nice apartment building in like Cambridge or anywhere like that. And as you can see just outside of there, we have all of these different things, which is East Asian Studies, Tokyo University of Japan, the Oriental Museum, all that kind of stuff. So lots of stuff going on. I'm really loving this massive tree, which is just outside of Van Mildert, because I didn't spend a lot of time here. I'd never noticed it before, but that's so cool. It's like having the forest right on your doorstep. And then this is the way that you'd go back to Trev's, and then down here is going to be like Collingwood and Grey, and then the library at the very end. And this is another angle of the tree. So apparently this is also the School of Government and International Affairs, but I believe that the front bit is actually accommodation, because I'm pretty sure that I knew people that lived in this kind of bit, but that obviously looks like a classroom, so I'm a bit confused about that. But on the front, just here, you can see that these are the accommodation buildings. Okay, so this must be the School of International Affairs as well, just like seminar rooms, that kind of thing. Nice buddleia bush. And then just by this bus stop, these I'm pretty sure are accommodation, like not as in like university owned, but like privately owned accommodation buildings, because I think that I did know people who like were coming in and out of these, so I'm pretty sure they lived here. And I always thought that these were like really cool buildings to like live in your second and third year. So this is the entryway to Josephine Butler College, as you can see it just here, and then on the other side we have Stevenson College. So this is the Josephine Butler Buttery, which is where you'll eat and stuff. This is Josephine Butler Accommodation. This is like where you have, this is the hall for events and things. And just around this corner is the entrance to Stevenson College as well. So this is the Stevenson College like bar and things. So at the top of Josephine Butler, you can see in the distance here, this is like where South College and John Snow College have just been built. So they're brand new buildings next to Van Mildart. So here's a view of some more of the Josephine Butler accommodation, and then this is JB's, the Josephine Butler bar. So this is the entrance to Collingwood College, which is up there, and then to this side we have Grey College. As you can see, this is actually their accommodation right there. Cute little dovecote bird feeder just outside of Collingwood. So this is the entrance to Collingwood College. As you can see, it's kind of like a amphitheatre kind of vibe. Really nice glass kind of features, and then these are all the accommodation buildings. So there's accommodation on this side as well. Lots of accommodation. Kind of ironic that there's a no ball game sign, because this is actually supposedly a very sporty college. But yeah, as you can see, it's very modern as well. Oh my goodness, can you see the bunny? The Collingwood bunny. And that's the main entrance. That is very 2021. So here is the backside of Collingwood, and then if we spin around here, we've got Grey College and the cathedral over there. This is all the Grey accommodation looking beautiful, and then the cathedral looking very majestic in the distance. So there's the Collingwood Library, and this is Holgate House. As you can see, Collingwood and Grey are more new accommodation and new colleges. And they look very, very nice, and they face each other, so you'll probably get to know each other on like going to nights out and stuff, because you're right next door. As you can see on the sign for Grey, that's the way to the dining room, bar and reception. And I love that kind of window down there. Can you see that? I love that. Mary's has lots of that. So again, this is another angle of the backside of Collingwood College's accommodation. There's Grey again. And then this is Fountains Hall, which is where I did a lot of belly dance. So we've just left Grey from up there, and this is the way down to the town centre and to the library. So this is another entrance to Grey College up there. That's an Islamic prayer room, and then we have some sports courts up here for like tennis and stuff like that. And then the library is just down here. So right next to Mary's we have this teaching and learning centre, which is brand new. As you can see, it looks very beautiful. And then here we have like a very cool sciencey building, and then here this is the, well actually this is a science bit as well, but down here we have the library. Finally, here we have the famous Bill Bryson library with this gorgeous tree that has been here for so long. This is a place where you can study. There's also like at the front bit, there's like a little cafe bit where you can get some food and stuff, and then all the floors have like seating on that you can have like your laptop out, things like that, get your books out, do your summatives, formatives, all that good stuff. Just across from the library we have other lecture halls, but yeah, this is the entrance to it. Lots of people sit out here in the summertime especially. So I hope that you really enjoyed this tour of Durham, exploring bits that I haven't shown on my channel before. I hope that this was really helpful for you. If it was, make sure to give it a nice big thumbs up, subscribe down below if you're new here, and I can't wait to see you in my next video very, very soon. Bye!